You're still watching Mzansi Fundis where we discuss anything and everything that has to do with Diskia Momohai. Well, we're about to clear customs. United States of America. Gentlemen, African representative, what do you make of the tournament so far, holistically, Lufuno?
Look, I'm very impressed with South American teams in general. I think they've brought their A games. In Brazil, they've suspended the league. By suspending the league for the team's deal. And they are very aggressive. And there's a lot of experienced players that have played in Europe. So they are a very balanced team. So you can see they're not pushovers. Even when you go to Argentina, you look at River Plate. Bad dish.
Mamposa?
How can you say River Plate and leave Boca? This is how you create wars.
Rivals.
Well, once you say River Plate and you don't mention Boca, it means you've picked a lane. He's not going to live long.
They threw away a 2-0 lead.
No.
But they're very good. That's why I said all South American teams have impressed me. Even if you look at the team from Mexico, they're superb. Rabona, Sergio Ramos.
Mara why anyogo mention South America as in Mexico? Wait mara Lufuno rato squeeze about to
squeeze.
Squeeze about to in.
So far, Africa well represented. Africa has the first 3 points in America.
And I got 3 points.
Obana Lufuno to game number 1. Because they do it more. Nago bona or fengo Ahly. Kabakala or Atlomo. But it's about who guy.
And Mpho, stick to Jose. There was argument happening in South Africa. Hey, we need a quality player. We need to implement. The Ahly that was playing was a very different Ahly. Jose is
they did not play like Ahly that we are so used to that can haram this thing. Ahly fitile if they wanted goal. Balwela di penal. Because somebody decided to nagitia penal and then they say a penal.
I force some.
Sky G. Kabakala or 9 out of 10 I feel boots. Mara, you look at the way that in the first half they imposed themselves, created the opportunity. Bakachia lead Mara, the goalkeeper stood firm. Mara, what you then look at their defensive structure in the second half, those pinkies were serious about.
So game area Ahly, Lekoko. Then she said, no one gave me a half beat. Half your trauma, you have a win on Ahly. But one has opportunities, plus but one a penalty, but I miss. Half your beat, I miss in a baranda was called Dasri.
But Lufuno, before Kwamba half your second half, ne? Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
Giriboni tulaba tukadiko. Wira la ngwalwewa.
Kintu za watu wakuswa nimo. Kwa disa short eh.
But
I think at 38 he's still a very influential player. He created enough chances for his teammates. Second half it was about Ahly goalkeeper now. The first one was about goalkeeper. So the 2 goalkeepers, for me, they could have been easily man of the match.
And Al Shawani, when they say goalkeepers come with experience, the experience was showing because that's all it does. Make yourself big and then Marakiwana Toram Gogo.
Well, was some about Ali Uwagataware. It was their game to win. Can we, if we look at the game holistically, second half, can we say game won? But dropping the 3 points. But dropping the 2 points rather, because they got one.
Because Lekoko, when you have opportunity first in the game and you don't take them, you're making the game difficult for yourself. Meaning that the opposition can easily come back and 1 goal and then they can wrap it. They were very lucky that the second half they did not concede because when you have a penalty in a game like that, you need to bury it.
Maralona Lekoko King, if you score the goal, Jela, then it changes how your opposition then comes.
Absolutely.
Because then they don't have the luxury of they're sitting back, they're relaxing. They've got to go try and equalize, and then in itself opens them up. Mara, the legend,
what is about the legend?
1 game, 190 minutes. You are not playing against local teams, but no, Jose.
Jose
is not the man. Who is he? Abadzi burmo hae mo. Bolunga bare.
Ke patre.
Patre abanyaki.
Balela papa bo. All right. Can we now confidently say in this group, Ahly has an opportunity to progress? Because Al Ahly bona the senior boys to Africa. Kibona tshwantse ba represent Africa.
Look, Ahly have done that before. For them, even you look at how they play, they were not unfazed. They went straight in attack.
So bad?
No, Ahly to group.
You to group but progress.
But Cox, I think the one thing that is very important in the FIFA tournament, you get certain regions. For example, you look at Oceania, our 10-seater quantum was given to other people. But you understand that's not a big footballing regions. The one thing that this does, it gives all regions an opportunity to be able to put their best players forward. And Al Ahly have been the best in Africa for how long? And this is not their first rodeo in terms of international competition. That's why they're not phased out. And what I love about African teams so far that we've seen, nobody looks out of place. They're all, yes, the results may not have gone their way, but there's never a point where anybody says, hey, Africans, that about feel 6 mabon. No.
And by the way, Lekoko, 4 points can be enough.
Enough
one win, one draw can be enough. Let me
segue a little bit. Pesitao, is he regretting like Kapelongo Nabata or Abeda? And I know he's been gone for some time, but there was
water under the bridge,
especially with the new coach.
Everybody wants to play in a big stage, okay? That we know. But he took decisions for himself as an adult. And he consequences. I mean, he left and go.
No, Riveiro. Did he leave out of his own will or
From one South African player to the next, Elias Mukwana's team. What do you make of it?
Again, second half they fare very well. It's just too late, you know. But I'm glad that Elias came in and also really show up, you know, his talent. Okay.
Oh, you are glad he came.
I mean, he's a South African. We've got South African flags across the globe. You know, that is what is important. So for me, he went there and he played. And he's a Bafana international. That's what we want to see with our players, you know, faring against the top players in the world.
I think the one thing that becomes a problem, and this is at this stage of big tournaments, certain teams do not have the luxury of experimenting too much. Stick to what you know. If you want to pass the group stages, stick to what you know, because based on performance, Esperance is second half. Bebaka at least get something out of game here, because they tried too many things with the starting 11 that was not what traditionally they used in the league.
Can they recover?
Recovery is still there, Mara.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. Yeah, no. It's going to be very hard. At best, I see them getting 2 draws.
Hopefully, Esperance will still be there. That's all we have for you for this segment. Do make sure that you are refreshed. Dula le rona, second half.